Here are 3 tips on how to pick the best vacation fragrance for you. Fragrances are a great way to express yourself because there's so many different types out there, all different kinds of fragrances, and they can reflect your personality. They can also reflect the vibe of where you are, what kind of experiences you're having, and having a great vacation fragrance can really enhance your whole vacation experience. And it's really very simple. You can just spray a few sprays and then instantly your mood will be elevated. The very first tip I want to provide to you guys for your vacation fragrance is, do you even want one? And by that, I mean, do you want one or do you want multiple ones? Some people like to bring a few fragrances with them. Other people just want the one. Now you can either bring a couple of bottles or even a few samples or decants so it's a little easier to travel with. But personally, I like having a single fragrance because every time I wear that fragrance in the future, it will remind me of my amazing vacation.
Quick intermission. If you like the video, then like the button thing. Like. Bye.
My second tip is really think about where you're vacationing to. Now, typically speaking, most vacation spots will be on the warm side. So you want a fragrance that complements the warm weather. You don't want something that's too heavy, too smoky, overly sweet. You want something that's a bit lighter, perhaps, maybe aquatic, citrus-based. Essentially, a fresh fragrance would do the trick. But you won't necessarily always be outside. You can be indoors as well. And when you're indoors, you have a little more flexibility. The benefit of being on vacation is you can go back and forth to your room where you're staying and reapply if you have a fragrance that doesn't necessarily last the entire day, but smells really darn good. And that's what I elected to go with when I picked Virgin Island water for this particular vacation, because it's not nuclear, it's not gonna last 10 hours, but it lasts just long enough that I can enjoy wearing it throughout the day, and it works indoors and outdoors, and it actually kind of works differently in both of those situations. And finally, my last tip, and probably the most obvious one, but most important, is make sure you really like the fragrance. And the reason I say that is because you don't want your beautiful holiday to be a bit tainted by a mediocre cologne or perfume. You really want something that does the vacation justice. And more importantly, the memories that you create on this vacation will be forever tied to this fragrance. Every time you put it on, you'll be reminded of this amazing time you had. Scent memory is a really fascinating thing because it triggers very visceral feelings when you just smell something. And fragrances are an amazing example of that. When you put on a fragrance you used to wear in high school, you're immediately transported back there. Your vacation fragrance will do the exact same thing. I did a video with my vacation fragrance in this Las Vegas trip. You can watch it here, an entire week of Virgin Island water usage. Check it out if you want, but it's just my opinion after all. Don't forget to get your own.